Let's go!
Yes, sir!
Arkansas fans, comment below, do you believe Taylen Green has all SEC potential next year? Are you guys going to get yourself excited for this Razorback offense? And man, Hill was amazing on this run. After this play, he dropped and fumbled basically every touch after this one, but it's off to the freaking races. Now, as many of you know, Hill is a decent back. Obviously, he's better than Rashad Dubinion, but you don't have that extra gear to run this all the way in, but he still showed some explosiveness, make you miss, and once again, Dazmin James, this guy started making plays, so good blocking down the field from him. And then we get to this play right here. This is a good decision by Taylen Green to pull this. Obviously, there really wasn't a read end other than this overhang player, and you can see the end is really crammed in. Also, there's extra equity in pulling right here since Hill just had that super long run. And look at this from Taylen Green. This was not the best blocking job in the world from Teslaa, but Teslaa probably thought that Green was going to run it up in there. Green has this level of speed, this quasi Jaden Daniels ability to turn a corner and erase your angle, and it's a score. All right, a lot of you have been begging for Isaac Teslaa to play more, and this is a really, really good play call right here from Bobby Petrino. Call it Derek Jeter if you want, but the name of this play concept is called Yankee. So you have a post and a deep over coming from the opposite side of the field, and this play is always more effective at a 12 personnel, right? Because you're bringing more players in the box to stop this run game, and the protection across the way is really good. So you need Brown, who's not really that good, to sprint as hard as he can, and you have a deep over being run behind it. Once again, this protection is absolutely pristine. I know 54 has not been the most popular Razorback, but he had a really good game, and this is just wide open. That was a good job by Brown carrying those two players with this vertical. And, of course, Isaac Teslaa does have some big playability. Obviously, you saw what he did versus Texas A&M. And if he didn't barely step out, you pounded in here with Braylen Russell, who had an amazing fourth down conversion. We might not get to the play tonight, but, man, he played good. I mean, Braylen Russell played really good, whatever your opinion is about him. The fact that he was able to score that without falling down is pretty impressive. Alrighty, so this is the second biggest play of the game for Arkansas. Play action fake, and no one accounts for the tight end. You'll see that the corner right here, Keon Stewart, comes to fill right here, so the safety has to get out on this outside receiver. Quarterback sees it, so the seam ball is wide open, and he throws it with near perfection, leading him right there, all right? Now, 30 Worth makes a huge play. I mean, the dude is an absolute heck of an athlete, and this tackle, eventually we get a fourth down stop. That is so big. It really is so big. I know I don't want to call him special because this bowl game gets very weird, but this run is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous right here from Braylen Russell. So the DT right here slants to the inside and blows up this run. Okay, so the most important block was this blocker right here. And guess what Braylen Russell does? He runs right behind him. So this guy over-penetrates, and there's still a guy filling right into this gap that Braylen Russell must make miss, and you see he just kind of sidesteps him. You know, normally when you think with these big backs, it's just run guys over. That was an elusive move right there mixed with some power. And then what does he do after that? Stiff arm this guy to the ground. This is a true freshman doing this, and he falls forward for an extra yard. So there was a penalty mixed in there to set up this 3rd and 8, and Dazmin James makes this happen. Obviously has this DB on his heels. I mean, this honestly is a very stutter step move, and you can see his foot kind of got caught up there. Wasn't really much of a sharp break or anything, but Taylen gets it there, and man, this is really impressive stuff. Once again, this route wasn't anything too unfreaking believably impressive. Ball is thrown slightly behind him. It doesn't matter. Dazmin James really turns on the speed here. You could tell he was a high school track star, and to not get tackled there is impressive. I mean, look at this. his feet are really tangled up here, and he does a good job staying composed. Look at how still his body was right here. If you watch the greats, the Justin Jeffersons, Jamar Chases of the world after the catch, they are the best at just staying steady. That's a good block down the field right here. Who's at 11? Either way, to then still have the gas right here, this is who you guys thought Isaiah Sategna was. That's who Dazmin James is. This might be the biggest blessing in disguise. Sategna saying, hey, I'm going to Norman freaking Oklahoma. Dazmin James says, I am staying on the hill, baby. What I was talking about, okay? The route, it really wasn't the cleanest, right? It did get him backpedaling, but he was giving him inside release there, opening the gate. Obviously, number 12 is not Travis Hunter here, but man, to still have the speed to run away from him is really freaking impressive. Once again, take a look at this. I mean, look, didn't even bother him, right? So many guys are falling down after this one, and to still hit the gas and do it again, it was 18. There you go, good stuff. To still hit the gas, though, and not actually fall down, y'all, that is freaking dunkulous. All right, let's move ahead to the safety. And boy, oh boy, Bobby Petrino didn't learn his lesson from Ole Miss. Okay, remember they tried to get elaborate, and there was a big safety, in that game. And obviously right here, this is just a little too much eye candy. I don't like having anybody flying off the football unblocked. So it was designed for 81 to let the end go. And then this is a bad decision right here from Braylen Russell. You want to block the innermost guy before you block the outermost guy. That's who Taylen Green was thinking Russell was going to block, and this is just a losing proposition. And you could see Russell was just too late to react. He knew he blew his assignment, and Taylen Green eyes down the field, and that's a bad safety. You just got to get rid of the football. But, Bobby chewed Taylen Green out on the sideline. I blame Bobby as much as I do Taylen for this one. All right, so long touchdown run right here. We won't do a whole lot of defensive reps. Man, this is just not good defensive tackle play right here from your 4-eye. I'm also not the biggest fan of, in a tight front, which is what this is, having your DT penetrate. I prefer my DT to just 2-gap, all right? So you'll see that ball decides to penetrate, get upfield, and he gets shielded out. Then your play side 4-eye, I don't know who, obviously, everybody's Portal and Davalaire left, and he's getting blown back all the way to Maumelle. All right, look at that. Not good. And that's going to get you beat every single time, okay? And 25's getting blown out of here. Your safety is filling over here as well. It was just really bad eyes and filling, and most Division I Power 4 running backs are scoring this, right? So obviously just bad, and Let's move ahead to this 3rd and 11, and you could tell the time off really helped Taylen Green out, because this was a big problem all season long for him, okay? You must step up into the pocket. How many times did you see him bail out right to left? Obviously, both your tackles are getting beat somewhat bad right here, but if you step up, you're helping him out. So steps up, 2 hands on the football. Now, he did get a little lucky. If 45 doesn't run into his own guy, he's probably running into a strip sack right here. But Taylen keeps his eyes down the field. And look, Dazmin James just made football plays. That's all there is to it. Bang, hits him, and then he doesn't fall down, right? Sategna would never really keep his feet after a big catch like that. And then, look, he almost makes 2 guys miss, and then his leg hyperextends right there. But he toughs it out and fights his way back into the game. All right, 4th and 2 defensive stop. Man, I know he's only here for a year, but Anton was a disappointment, but he blows this play up. Look at that. That's how you box a counter play, and then guess what? Everyone's just filling, and he actually fights his way back in to make the tackle. Ridiculous stuff. All right, so obviously you won the game, but 4th and 1 punt from here, I don't know if I'm calling that here, but you do pin him back deep. They were able to down it at the 1. And you got to give Teslaa a lot of credit, man. This was a guy who played a lot of special teams during his time. That's a really good play to adjust and down it. All right, so Taylen Green before this had a ridiculous scramble to the right side. It was very ridiculous. And on the next play, he missed a vertical. It was pretty covered. He kind of overshot him. But once again, stepping up into the pocket. Okay, really good stuff right here. 2 hands on the football. And he's like, heck, we got 2 timeouts. Let's just get as vertical as we possibly can. That's really, really good quarterback play. All right, so Arkansas decides to run this football on 4th and 1. Hate this design. Okay, I don't mind an overload. The Washington Commanders have done this better than anyone else, but this is just too extreme, right? You have 2 offensive linemen, then you add 2 more to this side, tight end, guard, center, with an extra tight end. It just allows a short enough distance for this play to get chased down from the backside. Okay, it's just simple zone blocking. If one player misses their block, this play is just dead, and, well, you get a miss right here. All right, the tackle here, or the tight end, whichever one, should have stayed tighter, and you could see he allows penetration right here. Doesn't matter. Braylen Russell somehow, some way keeps his feet. Man, he was good in this game. He really, really was. I know the stat sheet doesn't show it, but, man, that was such a big play, and I'm a little shocked that Texas Tech didn't ask to review this. It looks like he got it, though. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's the same thing. All right, start off looking to the right side. You don't want to throw this. The corner sees that this is a corner route right here. Yeah, I don't like ripping that. Could that have been fit in there? I can't really see where the safety is. You can obviously check this down as well, but if you see it wide open, 2 hands, if you're powerful enough to get through, you can. As you can see, he one-handed this through here. That was a good ball security, though, to hold on to it. And now it's off to the races. And, you know, Taylen Green is just the absolute best runner you'll see in all of college football at the quarterback position. Makes 2 guys miss, and he is making a huge gain out of it. Actually, that was a really good tackle right there. All right, it's Dazmin James again. All right, they run smash to the near side, and you're smashing running back here, corner out here. And Taylen Green is reading this corner, okay? If the corner runs down here on Braylen Russell, throw this. And honestly, this is a little bit better in terms of timing and anticipation. So once Green sees it, you can see he's already striding. He does have a long, elongated base when he throws a football. You normally see that with shorter quarterbacks, but he's ripping this thing, okay? That's better, okay? Once again, that release is pretty long, but he does get this in there. And a ridiculous catch right there from Dazmin James. He takes a big hit on that bum leg, and Arkansas is able to kick a field goal. Man, what a play. Alrighty, so what do you make of this, Arkansas fans? First thing, do you want to see a second-half film study? I've already started cutting it, so you're going to get it. But let me know. I'll just stop if you only want to see the first half. But, yeah, let's have a conversation about Taylen Green and Dazmin freaking James. Are you kidding me? What this guy did was incredible. And I know a lot of Arkansas fans are wondering, well, where was he all season? Well, let's contextualize this. Texas Tech's probably the worst defense Arkansas has played all season. Maybe Mississippi State's worse. But of Power 4 teams, this was, to me, the baddest. But, man, James, obviously, Bobby Petrino had a good day calling plays. But ultimately, this team is going to come down to Taylen Green taking another leap after this performance. So you saw some little things that he did in this game that he didn't really do all season, and the biggest was stepping up into the pocket instead of always just bailing out right or bailing out left. Russell, obviously controversial, but, man, he was really good. And overall, I mean, this Arkansas defense did do some good things. Not necessarily the best day for them. Now, before I give you this one spicy take at the end, I want to shout out our Northwest Arkansas partners. They're the ones that make all this happen. That's Sequoia Dental and SequoiaDental.com. Dr. William Wilson and his staff, please go book your appointment. And please tell them that you sent us these kinds of partnerships go a long way. Now, I want to also show some love because a lot of you saw this on social media. A lot of Razorback fans did. My father-in-law just had a very big health scare, and I want to shout out, the St. Vincent Hospital Network in Central Arkansas, Little Rock. They saved his life. Now, he still has a long road ahead, but all your prayers and all that stuff personally, I really, really, really do appreciate that. I want to shout out Brim, Kyle, Jamie at Trevero. So many of you. Man, it goes a long way. Now, my spiciest take, Taylen Green will be drafted in the next summer's NFL draft. I think he'll be good enough next year to have some teams believing that he could turn into something. And it is interesting when you take a look at some other quarterbacks who transferred over and in their next stop, they end up making a massive leap forward as a quarterback. So it's very interesting what Taylen Green can become with his physical tools. But a lot of you probably don't believe that, which is fine because there are a lot of things that he needs to work on. So comment below your thoughts and let me know if you want to see a part 2, okay? It is Power Hour SEC. Boom! And tonight we are doing lemon pepper chicken wings. Let's go!